Good evening, I am Modi Apparatus, and happy President's Day to you. This is my President's Day special, in which I'm going to be playing Democracy 3, which is a game I'm admittedly not very good at, and basically I'm going to become the American President today and see how long it takes before I get assassinated, basically, is how I usually play this game. So we're going to do a brand new game here. If you're not familiar with this game, it's kind of an economic government simulator game. You kind of create policies and change things and manipulate different criteria of the social things that are going on in your country to kind of, you know, increase your popularity and get reelected, basically, is the goal here. We're gonna play with the United States, which in this game is not the easiest one to play as, because it's got a very different kind of they've got some different kind of things going on, basically, compared to other countries. It's got their own kind of problems. A very large population, also a very large, diverse population. So some things to consider. But we're gonna go with U.S. because it is President's Day in the United States here. So we'll go with this here, and we'll be we have to pick our party: the Liberal Party versus the Jehovah Party. Oh gosh, I don't know how I want to play this one. We're gonna name our own party though. Boy, this is the worst part: is figuring out names for your party. There's bunches you can just select from, which some of these are obviously a lot of these are real actually. Socialist Party. People's Party, that kind of thing, Green Party, but we're not going to do that. I think, what is the one that was on Futurama? I don't remember. There were like the Deliciocrats, and the Fingerlickins, and Deliciocrats. I'm gonna be a Deliciocrat, and our opposition will be the Fingerlickins. Term length is 4 years, term limit is 2 years, hurricanes, earthquake, compulsory voting, no. We're gonna play it basically as true to form it to America as we possibly can. Political apathy, I probably could tweak these things to make it more realistic to our own situation here in the country, but honestly, it's not gonna take that long to get killed off in this game here. I'm not gonna try to get killed off, it just seems to happen for me. So, it's gonna do this little loading thing. Gerrymandering, click return to government. Click to return to government. So congratulations on your election victory. Welcome to your new job as president. The lives of all of 316 million citizens are now in your hands. As you imagine, there are a number of situations and concerns you will need to deal with as soon as possible while keeping an eye on the long-term improvement for our citizens' quality of life. Please do not forget that you will face re-election in 4 years, so we need to monitor the opinion polls of our party and membership. Good luck. So GDP is low, health is bad, education is okay, poverty is in the middle, crime is very high, and unemployment is middle. Beginning our term of office. So this looks like, if you haven't played this game before, this just looks like a madness right now. You're like, what is going on? I'm getting freaked out by circles on the thing here right now. But basically it's broken up into, all these circles are broken up into different, basically sectors of policy. So there's tax policy, this is public service policy, this is law and order policies, transportation, foreign, over here's welfare, and over here's economy. Now, all of these things are policies. The blue things are things that I can't control. So these are like effects, or symptoms. And then the things I can control are these red things. No, I can control the white things. The white things are things I can actually control. So I can make this basically for armed police. I can make them more widespread. I can make have them all have submachine guns, or I can make them just be specialists. Revert changes. We're not gonna do anything there though. I don't know where we even want to start here. We'll have to take a look and see what issues are facing the country right now, I think. So, for instance, there's a green one, something good that's going on here. Technological advantage is something we're having right now. Hasn't changed. This is just basically only over my tenure in office is what it's representing here. So every single time I raise something up, let's go back to that armed police one here. So every time I raise something up, so if I give them submachine guns, it's gonna give my liberal rating lower. It's gonna give my crime rating down, and it's gonna give my violent crime down. If I give them, so they're just specialists and there's not so much armed police, then it's gonna have my liberal rating go up, my crime rating is gonna go up too, and my violent crime will go about the same, it looks like, for the most part. So I'm gonna revert those changes. And then any single change you wanna make in the game here, it tells you how much it costs to make it. So right now I have 26 capital points, basically, these current political capital right here. And if I wanted to raise the policy, it's going to cost me 10. If I want to lower the policy, it's going to cost me 19. And if I want to cancel it altogether, it's going to cost me 48. So canceling things is a big deal. And then also the fact that regardless if I raise it a little bit or raise it a lot, it still costs me 10 or 19 either way. So it's sometimes it's better to do big measures. That's probably why I get killed off in this game so often, is I do like a lot of big sweeping changes and just anger a lot of people. There is, if you're into charts and graphs and economics and statistics and all that stuff, you'd go crazy for this game if you haven't played it before, because there's all kinds of different things you can look at. There's focus groups you can pay attention to. So this is a focus group of the population. You can see what everyone else is like thinks of what's going on here, what they care about here. So you can just take a look and sample some population here and see what people really care about. So like this person with the belt and the tiara is negative for liberal, it looks like. Approval is a 3% with her right now. She's one of the opposition party here. She's fanatically opposed to government. This guy, Ann Stewart here, is annoyed about the government. Approval rating is 28% though. Retired is a plus for her. She doesn't look retired though. So yeah, basically every single person in the game here, every single one of my millions of constituents here has their own feelings about everything going on, and kind of the game just samples what it should be here. So I can get a new group here and re-poll everybody. But yeah, if you make a decision, you want to make sure you're making it right here. And basically, this way the game plays out here, it does it in, I think it's in months. I'm not exactly sure. But I get a certain number of turns before my tenure in office is over. So what do we want to do here? Let's take a look and see if there's any other clues as to what I should be doing. This is the intelligence briefing. Now, if there's anybody that wants to kill me, they'd be down here. These are the Crusaders of the Lord, for instance. This tells me how big their threat is. I haven't done anything yet, but this will slowly climb up. And the ones with guns are the ones I need to worry about. The ones without guns are the ones I don't. So these are the militant groups, and these are the passive groups here that are just going to try to vote me out. And these are the militant groups who are going to try to assassinate me, which is likely to happen. Expenditures and income, our deficit is 189 per year, it looks like. Our debt is going to be slowly growing then. Capital points, the way I earn those is by my cabinet. So each one of these cabinet members contributes a certain amount of capital to my overall voting power here. And I can fire these people if they're not pulling their weight. Each one of these people has their own special interests here too. So you can see this person has sympathies for the trade unionists and the farmers. This person cares about patriots and capitalists, environmentalist states. So it depends. Every single person has their own special interests, and if you piss them off, they give you less political capital next turn. So you want to make sure your cabinet stays happy as well, or you can fire them altogether. It costs capital to do so, but you can sometimes get a better role if you get somebody who's a little bit more effectual in their particular office. We're not going to mess with anybody here just yet. We're going to play this game fast and loose for the most part, because I just wanted to cut this down to one episode. Normally I can play this game and play it for a long time and still end up getting killed by someone or another. I haven't actually successfully gotten reelected in this game yet, so that tells you how much I've played it and how much I'm good at it. So, handgun laws. Let's take a look here. This is a very hot button issue. Very, very expensive to change anything there. We can't really do anything there. Let's go take a look and see if there's any other clues here. Let's see. Policy ideas. Okay, so here we go. Cheap imports can be damaging to the economy because local companies cannot match the lower salaries paid by foreign competitors. Import tariffs help protect our local manufacturers from unfair competition. This does go against real free market economics, though, and can be seen as unfair to foreign countries, possibly sparking retaliations. It's going to be very popular with the voters, though, so I'm going to implement that and put the import tariffs on. So it's free to do this one because I'm going in with the policy, it looks like. So we're going to raise the import tariffs. This is going to give our patriot rating a little bit higher. Our foreign trade is going to be way down here, but I'm going to go maximum here. And it's also going to give us some more income, I think, looks like. So now it's going to give us an extra $1 billion of income, which is, you know, nothing to sneeze at here. Unemployment's going to go down because we're hiring more American people who are going to be working because we're not importing so much here. And then it's going to create an uncompetitive economy because it is technically not playing by free market rules of trade here. It is controlling the markets. So something to consider there too, but it's a free move, so I'm just going to do it and see what happens here. So that's our first move. Didn't cost us, oh, it did cost us some capital. It said we didn't cost any capital. Let's go take a look at some more ideas here. National service, okay. So did it have an implementation? Yeah, so it did cost me stuff there. Okay, so more policy ideas for foreign policy. Oh, here's some, okay, cool. So here's some other things we can do. Let's take a look and see. Disability benefits, child benefits, let's see here. Fixed payment made by the state directly to parents to assist in the cost of bringing up children. Popular with parents for obvious reasons, and the poor who see it as a redistributive tax, but capitalists are opposed to such unnecessary level of interference by the government. I don't have the sufficient capital to actually do this one, so I think the thing's in red I don't have the ability to do right now. But this would be a good one to offset what I just did a second ago, because you could kind of give, the liberal population one side of the coin, and then give the conservative population the other side of the coin, and then you can kind of get balanced out. So everybody's getting something. Sometimes you'll end up with nobody happy if you do that though too. Winter fuel subsidy, disability benefits, state housing, rent controls, skip that. Nothing too sexy there. Let's go tax shelters. Oh man, that sounds sexy. Let's go recreational drug tax. Estimated popular with voters is a 0%. Interesting enough. Junk food tasks, nobody likes that, but it's going to help our state health. Micro generation grants. Okay, so this will be like if you provide your own power, you get a bonus. These grants are given to citizens to help subsidize the cost of energy microgeneration systems such as solar panels, wind turbines. This is a good way to take advantage of some people's desire to make a personal step towards cleaner and greener energy and will increase the country's overall energy efficiency. I think that sounds like a really good idea, and it gives a benefit to citizens. Popular with voters is only 25%. It doesn't seem like it has a negative here. Normally like two sides of the coin here. I'm thinking that people who are in the business of producing power are not going to like that. But you know what? I think it'll be good for the citizens and good for the country for people to switch to greener systems here. So let's go with this. It's going to take 2 quarters to implement it. It's going to cost 10 political capital to implement it. So that's pretty much my entire move here now. Potential costs, it's going to cost a lot of money. 1.14 billion to 12.56 billion. That could be very expensive if we start giving these grants out. And if people really get used to it and start getting the energy, the country a lot cleaner. And this is the sad truth. If people started using this and the country got a lot cleaner, I'd actually have to cut this because the benefits, I wouldn't be getting $12 billion of benefits from the air being cleaner than I would from giving out these microgenerations. So even though it'd be great to have the world be a cleaner place, we couldn't afford it as a country here. That's an unfortunate side effect there. Let's see, organ donation. This is going to cost all 13. Now, that's not even bad here. There are a few who would disagree that organ transplant is an amazing technology, but it requires a plentiful supply of donors. Sadly, many people do not give the topic consideration. Some suggest that an opt-out policy is best, with consent for donation assumed unless it was otherwise stated. Others suggest that this is no place for the state to interfere, and explicit permission should be requested. I think this is like mandatory organ donation, basically, what they're talking about here. It's going to cost us up to 251 million. It will improve our health. Not very popular with people having to force them to give up their organs, though. Oh boy. What's a safe thing I can go with? Here, art subsidies. That sounds safe enough. It's 45% popular voters. That's pretty decent, actually. Investing public money in the arts is controversial with capitalists who see it as supporting uneconomic and elitist entertainment, but others see it as vital to countries across culture, boosting our image on the world stage and attracting tourists. I like this idea. Potential cost is $14 billion. Oh, another expensive one. And 1.2, all the gains I just gained from the tariffs are going back into art subsidies. But I think we'll go with it because it is fairly popular with voters. And my turn is running a little long here now anyways. Ooh, what is this? Oh, this is only a cost of 1. Working with the community rather than attempting to control it. Community policing. So this is like neighborhood watch maybe? Community policing encourages the police to better understand the needs of the local community, especially in areas with ethnic minorities. Critics see it as an expensive waste of money, which could be spent on more direct methods. Up to $15 billion, or 2.4. This is not helping the deficit at all. We should have done something to help the economy here. Robotic research grants. Oh man, so these are all basically just things I can spend money on rather than make money. Here we go, tax shelters. Okay, what is this? By not fully taxing the wealth of the super rich, tax shelters can be a great way to encourage successful entrepreneurs to make our country their home. With an ever-shrinking world, the rich are free to settle wherever they please. Encouraging them to live here may mean they would spend their wealth in this country. Such measures can be unpopular with the poor, who resent paying tax on their much lower earnings. Potential costs are $9 billion. Potential income is none. I need some income here. We want to get this deficit back on track, but all these things are just costing us money. And I don't think I want to implement any policies that are going to cost us some more money. The only one that really helped us was the tariff. Let's go back out of here. Let's take a look and see what we can do to make some money here. So we can actually click one of these things here, and if we want to like see what's going to affect the economy here. So let's see, everyone. So this is groups here. Let's see, $ for the economy. I think it's here. Currency strength, GDP. No. Let's see. Small business grants. Okay, so let's see here. It costs us, if we lower these small business grants down, it's going to hurt the GDP. If we raise it up, it's going to help the GDP. It's going to be popular with capitalists. Socialism won't like it. We can raise it to the maximum. It's going to cost us 56 billion per quarter. Oh my god, everything's so expensive. All right, let's get out of here. We're already at, I mean, it's a drop in the bucket, but we're already at 189 billion deficit right now. So we need to cut back on some things here. We have to decide where we're going to cut off our spending. So basically, I think instead of finding ways to increase, we could try to increase taxes. That will not be popular. It costs 30 capital to raise taxes. That shows you like how difficult it is to just raise taxes in the country here. Sales tax, again, 26 to raise it. Can't really do anything about that. A patrol tax would be 36 to raise it. Income would, man, if we could get 36, we could raise this a lot, and it'll have a big impact, I think, if we can do something like that. Let's see, hybrid car initiative. Cost is 1.2 billion per quarter. Oil demand is down. It's going to lower the price of oil. Should we do it? It only costs us, it's going to cost us 13 to raise, oh no, it's going to cost us 4 to raise it. It's going to cost us 3.9 billion. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Hybrid cars initiative. I love hybrid cars. They're less damaging to the environment, slower speeds, electric produce no CO2. They get higher fuel efficiency, reducing demand for oil. The downside is that they're expensive, but tax incentives encourage people to buy hybrid car models when they get new cars. So let's do this. Let's get people buying some hybrid cars. Make sure they're manufactured in the country, hopefully. The tariffs will help that, hopefully. Increase that. I think this goes hand in hand with the tariffs, actually. Get more production for cars in the country. Hopefully is the plan here. All right, let's go with that. Confirm using political capital. Okay, so we have 9 left. Let's do one more policy here that can fit with 9. It's going to be too expensive to mess with. That's going to be too expensive to mess with. Education reform. Okay, here we go. School vouchers. Cost is 23 billion. Oh, man. All right, so let's see. A measure designed to encourage the growth of private schooling whilst enabling everyone to afford education. School vouchers are issued by the state for parents for each child, which they can then spend in their private sector on education. This is a different approach to pure state schooling because the school tax credits to schools are privately run and the teachers are no longer state employees. Okay, let's cut this down. We're gonna save some money here. It's gonna kill our popularity with private schools. It's gonna kill our popularity. It's gonna actually get us more popular with socialists. And equality is gonna be about unaffected pretty much. Private schools are gonna be the big unhappy point there. So let's apply it. See what happens here. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's gonna be the end of our turn. We used up all our political capital here. Let's play through a turn and see how mad we made everyone on the planet. Click to return to government. Okay, so here's a summary of the current state of the nation. Debt protection law, there's an urgent policy that requires your immediate attention. Budget report says that we're currently a B. Oh boy, that's a bad sign. We're gonna push down the interest rates. Pushing up the interest rate we pay on the debt. We must address this. I agree. We need to get the budget back on track. Economic forecast. Good news. The economy is doing well. It's having a positive effect on the GDP. That's great. Polls do not look so good. Our last poll puts us as 20% of the vote in the election. Not great. And the loyalty of your ministers can best be described as trustworthy. Great. Okay, so everyone's on our side there. The Traditional Values Alliance is mounting an online campaign against us and debt protection law. Let's take a look at this here. Debt collection agency has been in the news because of aggressive methods they are using to extract payment from the people they owe large sums of money. These debt collection agencies provide credit to people who larger, more respectable companies will not lend money to. A law is proposed to limit the ways in which such agencies can operate. If we limit their activity, these agencies will prey on the weakest, poorest of the country, or allow the agencies to operate. Nobody forces people to borrow money they can't repay. Restrict the rights of debt agencies to recover legitimate debts would be counterproductive. Okay, so we have to decide which side we want to fall on. People who owe money or people who owe money. Basically, these people are going to be, if we select limit agency activity, we're going to stop them from attacking people who are owe them money and are unable to pay it, versus allowing agencies to operate. Now, figuring that there's more people probably owe money in the country than don't. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think I'll go on the side of the people though. Limit agency activity. We'll go on the side of the people. Might be a bad call. We'll see what happens here. All right, let's do another turn here and see how it goes here. So this is the second turn of our term here. Let's see. We have 27 capital. That's actually one up from before, isn't it? No, it's not. We had 20. Yeah, we had 26 last time. Yeah, we're doing better. Okay, so let's take a look and see if we can get a tax initiative pushed through here. First of all, let's take a look and see if there's any ideas here we can take advantage of. Recycling, robotic research grants. Sometimes this stuff with zero popularity can cost us a lot of money, apparently, too. Special grant encourages research in robotics. Robotics is a very large, long-term area of research, which will eventually bring up a vast boost in productivity, but at the same time will reduce the amount of low or semi-skilled jobs in the economy, thus potentially lead to higher unemployment. So we want people replaced by robots. I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. I think people will. I think you'll still have need for people regardless of. I mean, it's. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. We'll be unpopular. It's gonna cost us 6 of our introduction cost and possibly 51 billion if it really goes into effect here. Yeah. Okay. So that's what if we put it at the maximum. If I lower it down here. Let's raise it up a little bit. I'm not going to go full bore on this thing. We'll want to do a little bit more, I think, for robotics. So I'm not going to go free. I'm not going to go freewheeling here on this thing. It's going to implement in two turns here, it looks like. So let's do it. And 21 remaining here. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else we can do. Probably don't have enough money to do anything else with taxes right now. Raising taxes, a hybrid cars initiative. I did that already. Is this implemented yet? One more turn, it looks like. And then property tax. We can raise property taxes. Property tax is levied on the value of homes. The valuation is often made by a government body, and the money is used to fund local government services, at least in part, such as the provision of street lighting or emergency services. Some see it as a fair tax, which mostly affects those who own large homes and are wealthy. Others see it as an unfair tax on retired people with large homes, but little actual income. Let's raise it up. Oof, man. The income on this, if we raise it up just like 35%, that's a big increase. People will be hating me at the end of this, but I think the whole goal here was to get assassinated anyways, so it probably is likely going to happen if we start doing this. The retired are going to hate me. Middle income is going to hate me. Capitalists are going to hate me. Socialists will like me. Equality will like me. People who are middle high earnings won't care so much, but the middle income is really going to hate me, and the retired, they're going to hate me a lot. I think we'll just do it. What are the retired going to do? Break out their walkers and beat me down as president? We're not going to do that, right? Basically, if you don't want to get assassinated in this game, just anchor the groups that aren't militant. And the militant grandmas here hopefully won't come after me. We'll see what happens. Let's see. 2 capital left. I think we'll skip our turn here unless there's somebody we can kick out of our cabinet. Let's go take a look here quick, because it costs 5 capital fire people. Anybody I can fire? No. This person would probably be likely to next fire because loyalty's pretty low. They don't like my my policies. They should. I'm doing a lot of equality things here. All right, let's do another turn here. We'll do one more turn and see if I get assassinated in 3 turns. I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, so uncompetitive economy situation is now at an end. What does that mean? The earlier problems of lack of competitiveness by our company have now subsided. Oh. All right, so we're getting to be more competitive then. Awesome. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It looks like it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing. Ban alcohol adverts, so we have to decision that. Security briefing, economic forecast, budget. Okay, so there is a proposed law to outlaw the advertising of alcohol on television. Although it would remain legal to advertise on the radio, billboards, and other means, the TV ban is seen as a potential way to reduce alcohol intake by our citizens. Approve the ban. It won't stop alcoholism overnight, but a TV ad ban is a step in the right direction. Advertisers have been increasingly aggressive in their advertising, with a worrying tendency towards marketing their products at the youth market. Anything we can do to reduce alcohol consumption is worth trying. This law is crazy. Either you have to have a ban on a product or you do not. Alcohol is perfectly legal, enjoyed by millions of citizens without ill effect. Banning advertising of the product in particular medium is a token gesture for the anti-alcohol zealots, which does nothing but interfere in the free market. I think, you know what? I think I don't like the wording of this reject ban stuff. I like kind of this positive approve ban here. They're a little much nicer about describing it to me. The reject ban people are like very over the top on it. We're gonna go with them. They didn't argue it properly, basically. Economic forecast is good. Global economy is up, so our GDP is up as well. And credit rating is just a B. We need to fix this. Yeah, I would say our expenditures are going up. Debt is going up. Global economy is slowly decreasing. Our income is going up though, so I did something right here apparently. Income tax is where most of our money is coming from. I just did property tax up though. It probably takes a couple turns to implement though, but hopefully we'll get a little more money from that soon here. And expenditures. So if we cut back on military spending a little bit, man, it might help. It's tough to get those things passed is the problem, but I think we should do something with that. And state pensions, we can't really do much about that because that's kind of sunk costs at some points here. Cutting pensions will piss off a lot of people. But if we cut back on our military expenditures, maybe that'll be a good money saver here. So let's go military spending. We're overwhelmingly, the cost of war is 19. Patriot, we'll lose some Patriot points here. Unemployment will go down though, or unemployment's gonna go up. Let's just do a well-trained military instead of just the overwhelmingly highly trained. Let's do a highly trained military. I think that sounds fine. A highly trained military versus an overwhelming force. Sounds like a highly trained military is the way to go here. And it's gonna give us a little bit more money back. We're gonna cut it in half almost. Let's go cut it in half. So it's 224 right now. If we go to 112, what is that? A light defense. I think we should go higher than that. Let's cut it back a quarter. So that's back to highly trained, just on the back of highly trained here. Okay, well trained. Let's go a little bit higher. Get highly trained. We'll cut it back. We're gonna save a lot of money this way. So we're cutting it back. I can't see percentage wise. It's gonna take 8 turns to implement this though. So it's a long-term strategy here. It's gonna piss off a lot of people in the meantime here, but you know what? It's gonna save us some money. We're gonna get this deficit under control and get the economy on track here, hopefully. So let's go. Yeah, let's go. All right, so let's see what happens here. We got the deficit won't go change at all until we actually get this implemented in 8 turns. If I live that long, is the case here. I don't know. I'm getting popular with socialists apparently and poor. We'll have to do some things to help the make sure we keep the capitalists on our side here. So we need to do some pro-capitalist stuff here. Let's go take a look through our implementation here. See if there's anything pro-capitalist that I can implement here to get them happy again. Worker safety laws. Clean energy subsidies. Renewable energy might not be ultra efficient yet, but there is an argument for investing heavily in it now. So strategically prepare our country for the future without fossil fuels. Economists, okay, I like this idea. It doesn't cost that much, relatively speaking. Only costs 2 capital to introduce it. It's gonna take 8 quarters. Let's do it here. Let's implement it with a. It's free to cancel it at this point. So we'll give a bonus to people who are energy efficient, and capitalists will not be happy about this apparently. Yeah, if we bring it down, capitalists will be happy with us. You know, I just said I was going to make the capitalists happy, but I guess we won't. And let's take another look at the missions here. Let's see if there's anything else I can implement. Enterprise Investment Scheme. The Enterprise Investment Scheme is a system which gives tax breaks to wealthy individuals who can invest their money in small startup companies which are based in the country. The scheme encourages investment in companies which should eventually grow and stimulate the economy whilst at the same time giving a popular tax break to people who invest in them. Obviously indirect, the scheme is being subsidized by those who have without savings to invest. Okay, so that's fine. We'll do that. This will be more popular capitalists, I think. It'll be very, very popular with the self-employed. It's going to cost us $25 billion per quarter, and it's going to be socialism is going to be down, but we're already pretty popular with them, so we'll get the GDP up, I think, and that'll be the end of our turn. So I'm gonna hit next here, and we'll see what happens. And I think this is where I'm gonna end the video here, actually, for this episode. I'll come back for another one here. Quarterly report here gives us an idea here. We got a superhero on the horizon here. Crime is going down. Violent crime is going down because somebody is masked strangers helping clean the streets, apparently. And that's the only thing going on this time. So I think next time we'll come back and I'll do a little recap on what happened last time, and then we'll, our deficit is getting under control here. We're going the right direction, but does anybody want to kill me still? No, nobody wants to kill me yet. I'm getting some threats here from the Human Rights Society, and unfortunately, if I want to stay alive, I have to make sure I get something happy for them. But I think this will be the good first episode here. I might do a couple more of these episodes if this is popular, if people enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. This is kind of just a President's Day special. I didn't get assassinated, so I must not be doing too bad a job as a president so far. I've already beat out William Henry Harrison so far. But you know what? I'm no Washington or anything like that just yet, so we'll see what happens. If you did enjoy this, please let me know via likes or comments, and I'll see you guys back next time for more. Have a good night.